Greetings, survival horror fans. I've got more information on Resident Evil 7. This came out of nowhere, and I think what really surprised me is how fast this followed on the heels of the leak. It's kind of like Capcom one-upped the leak. That's what it reminds me of. It's like they said, oh, hey, you learned a little bit about our plot and you saw our weapons. Well, here's some character models that look photorealistic. How's that for you? And they showed off some characters. And I have to say, this looks amazing. It's called Photogrammetry, and I guess they scan things in like a 3D modeler thing, and then they're able to put it on the screen. I don't know too much about this kind of shit. It reminds me a little bit of the old style graphics that they used to use back in the day, the pre-rendered graphics. That's kind of what it reminds me of, only for like a new generation. Because what they'll do is they'll take an actor and they'll put them all in makeup and shit like that, like you're seeing on your screen, and they'll take a picture of it with this thing, and then they can put it into the game and it looks photorealistic. They're doing this with everything from leaves to trees, all sorts of shit. They're doing it with like pieces of meat. There's a creature in the game that basically the majority of its modeling was pieces of meat that they used, and that sounds fucking horrifying. You're going to encounter this. But one of the biggest things is that it seems like they're going to have zombies in the game. It's not confirmed, but they're showing pictures of stuff that it looks like that's going to be in the game. So hopefully that's the case. I know they did say there are going to be a lot of mutants and just fucked up looking people, which is fine with me, but zombies, I'll take zombies all day, okay? That's what Resident Evil was really all about when it first began, and then it started becoming about BOWs more and more. One of the most exciting things about this is not only that it looks good, but Capcom has said that they're going to be using this for other games. They've got their own scanning studio that they've created, and we're probably going to be seeing this in Resident Evil 2 Remake and games going further along. And I love this. I have to say, it looks great. It looks fantastic. And it reminds me more of like practical Hollywood effects. And this is something that Rely on Horror had said, because I did read their articles, so I am citing them here. They said it reminds them of like the 80s and those early like John Carpenter films and the early horror films, when they used to actually do things practically. It wasn't all CGI. Greg Nicotero, for example, he's one of the greats. Tom Savini. These are people who worked on the Living Dead films from back in the day, the Romero films, Evil Dead, stuff like that. All of those practical effects that looked really cool, and they were able to make them look realistic, that I prefer, and I really wish that would come back. That's what they're doing with Resident Evil, and it gives it that vibe, so it just feels that much more gritty and realistic when you see somebody get their head chopped off or something. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be pretty fucking graphic, just judging off of looking at how this modeling works. Now, it does appear that they're showing off the characters. I don't know who is who. I can only speculate they're showing off a blonde. Maybe that's Ethan's wife. Maybe one of these images is Ethan. I don't know exactly, but they're probably going to be in the game. It wouldn't make sense if they weren't, right? Why would they show this kind of stuff off? Who knows? They might be minor characters, some victims that we find in a VHS tape. I don't know, but they're giving us a glimpse of how it's going to look. They gave us a crotch shot, which is pretty funny, but you can just see the detail in the pants, in the jeans, and the shirt and everything. The modeling on that, it just looks fantastic. Now, I have to stress that this photogrammetry stuff, they can scan environments. This is not just going to be character models. As I mentioned, they're able to scan everything from leaves to trees, all sorts of shit, tables. So that's what they're using to put this together. And I think it's interesting, and it explains why they have that grimy look. Like the dolls that are hanging, all of that stuff looked really good, and it explains why it looks good. Now, obviously, not everything is going to be made this way. You're not going to have the photogrammetry for everything. They're still going to be using like a regular engine and modeling to put things together. And I think that's where things kind of clash, because you can see where it looks really beautiful in the trailers and in the demo, and then there's some parts that don't look that good, like they just don't fit in there. That's something that I don't know if they're going to be working out before the game comes out, but it's a minor annoyance. I've just noticed it. It just seems like some of the textures are just kind of meh, while other ones really look good. Now, before I wrap this up, there is one more image that really had me excited. Take a look at this. What does that remind you guys of? It looks like an inventory chest. Hopefully they have that in the game. Hopefully that system makes a return. I've missed that, man. I like that. I know it doesn't make sense. You open a chest and it's just connected to every other chest. I don't know if they're going to be doing that. I don't know if it's just something that they've put in the game to show off. It could just be an item, just a random chest that you never get to access that happens to be in the game. But hopefully they bring that back. I missed the fucking inventory chest. I know I'm not the only one who does. I can't be. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully that eases people's worry a little bit more. I know there's a lot of people who want to see zombies in the game. It does look like they're going to be there. We can't really confirm it, because I've seen some of these mutated looking people, these mutants that they use in movies and things, and they look an awful lot like zombies. So, you know, don't be completely pissed off if there aren't zombies in the game. At least we know that there are going to be creatures that certainly look like zombies. Right now, I want to kick it over to you guys. What do you think of this photogrammetry stuff? Are you vibing with the aesthetics of this game? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to rate it thumbs up. If you're new here, I ask that you please subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.